Insights app for Splunk in both Splunk Cloud and on-prem or enterprise platform environments. On Splunk base, if you uh, search for Insights app for Splunk, you'll find one of the screenshots here is basically a workflow process for setting up the app before using it, and it tells you or gives you the steps for Splunk Cloud customers here, and here's the steps for Splunk on-prem customers down below. When you, after installing the app, and you install it in cloud by using SSAI, self-service app installation, or on-prem, simply find more apps, look for it. You can use IA4S to find it quickly, install it. When you're done installing it, the main screen here, or the home screen, will be your IA4S 101 repository. Under management here, click on upgrade, and then remove line 12, line 14, and run a job. This will populate the repository you gave store for the first time. Then after that, you want to start setting up the jobs, scheduling the jobs. So this depends where you installed it, and it depends if you're Splunk Cloud or Splunk on-prem customers. So I'm going to walk you through that. So again, the workflow here would guide you through what you need to do, but I'm just going to go ahead and cover it with you really quick. So it has like 3 tabs, 1, 2, and 3. We're in tab 2, required data collection jobs. Also, if you see here, it tells you if you're a cloud customer what to do. If you're a cloud, you want to enable all of these jobs on just the search hit cluster. If you don't have a search hit cluster, on every search hit and search hit cluster in cloud. If you don't have a search hit cluster, just ignore and replace that with just your default search hit. For on-prem customers, this section only enable that on your monitoring console. So for on-prem customers, you need 2 servers. One, which you should already have it, monitoring console. You install the app there and you enable the jobs there. And then if you're and then on a separate standalone search head, preferably, we will talk about that in a second. This is where you will enable these additional jobs here for on-prem customers. So again, for cloud customers, just follow the instructions here. On-prem follows the instructions right there. Here's some optional data collection jobs. If you have ITSI, if you're on-prem, you can just enable them on a monitoring console. If you're in cloud, you have to actually install the app on the ITSI search head and enable the jobs there to run locally on the ITSI search head. The macros, really nothing to do for cloud customers, except if you chose a different index than a default. Whatever the default shows here, it should show IA4S _ summary. Nothing else to change in this case. For on-prem customers, however, you need to change these using these 2 jobs here. First, need to run the discovery job, and after you run the discovery job, it may take a couple of minutes. You click on step 2, and this will basically auto-populate, auto-create for you the value for these macros, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. You just copy the value over here. So for example, I want to set up macro number 2, you just copy this and paste it here, but you want to keep the timeout, right? You want to keep the timeout in there. So you just replace Splunk _ server, whatever, so this is for cloud customers. They don't have to do anything. It was already set up for them. For on-prem, you would need to fill in the values as it shows up in here. Tracking jobs for cloud customers, again, on the search cluster, you just enable them once there, you don't need them everywhere. These are optional tracking jobs. These are just for on-prem customers, not for cloud customers. Please, if you're a cloud customer, do not use these jobs. Optional backup jobs. These are kind of nice to have to back up your saved searches and dashboards. Really highly recommended to do that. If you're cloud, you need to do that in search cluster in every search head. If you're on-prem, just the monitoring console will suffice. Now let's move to section 3. So for cloud customers, this is mainly the search cluster where you're going to run the app and the visualization. This is where you're going to use the dashboard. So you need to basically populate the KV stores. So simply follow the instructions enabled in just the search cluster. For on-prem, remember we talked about 2 servers, the monitoring console and a dedicated search head or search cluster for the app. So I would say you just need to enable that on that server, whatever server that is for on-prem customers. The optional, same exact explanation, only on the search cluster for Splunk Cloud customers, and on the only on the IA4S search head or search head cluster for on-prem customers. ITSI KV store, if you do have ITSI, if you're cloud, on the search cluster you want to enable the KV store creation. If you're on-prem, you're going to enable that on the search head or search cluster running the IAS app. And now in section 4, this is just for on-prem customers. Similar procedure, you run a discovery, which we already ran before, so you don't have to run it again if you don't want. If you already ran it, you don't need to run it again. It's the same exact job we ran previously. Just click on step 2. It's going to provide you with the values you're going to enter for each one of these 6 macros. It's very, very important for on-prem customers. Cloud customers, nothing to do. And that's it really. When you're done, obviously hit save, and that's it.